Hi, I'm Joe Schwartz, and I teach computer graphics and design at Spotswood High School in New Jersey. Behind me is my classroom, and for about the last 11 years, I have taught computer graphics and design to approximately 1,000 students. Now, I didn't start out as a teacher, but there were some events in my life that led me down this path, so my TED Talk would be about that journey. See, I have to start back in 1999. That should have been the best year of my life. I had a successful career as the senior art director for the National Basketball Association. My wife and I were enjoying our first year with our newborn son, and everything was going great until it wasn't. In the course of a few months, my mother passed away very suddenly and unexpectedly. My brother-in-law was killed in a tragic car accident, and my father had his own car accident for which he would eventually succumb to his own injuries. Well, all of these events must have affected my work somehow, because eventually I was looking for a new job. I was unhappy at work at the NBA, and I wound up getting laid off in the summer of 2002. I started doing some freelance work and looking around to see what my next steps would be. Well, one of those next steps happened when opportunity knocked, and I was offered a position here at Spotswood High School to teach art in this very room. And after about 2 years, I was asked to take over the traditional graphics program that we had in place that had darkroom photography, printing presses, that sort of stuff, and turn it into a 21st century classroom with computers and computer graphics, and really try and update the program, because the old program really wasn't relevant anymore. Now, being offered this new position was a great honor, but I had no idea how to write a curriculum. So I started to look around. I needed to know how to go from the more traditional graphics equipment to the new computer equipment that we would be using. And I had that experience personally, but I had no experience as far as writing a curriculum, lesson plans, any of that sort of stuff. So I started to look around, and I started to ask questions, and what I found was there weren't a lot of answers out there. So I started asking more questions, and I started to do my own research, and it eventually occurred to me that maybe there were other people out there who had the same exact questions that I did about how to teach graphics or how to teach design even at the high school level. All of this, asking questions, doing research, eventually led me to get my master's degree. I got a Master of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, and as part of my research for my grad school project, I co-founded an educational nonprofit called the Design Ed Coalition, which helps other teachers who were in the same exact boat that I was, trying to find out how to use design to teach everyday lessons, how to use it as a learning tool, how to use it as a teaching tool, and helps them integrate it into normal everyday classrooms, not just art and design classrooms. So I co-founded that, and we had our first conference last year in Philadelphia. We're up and running with our second conference now, also in Philadelphia, and we have started plans for our third conference next year in Chicago, which will be an international version of a design education conference. So the point of my TED Talk would be this. Here I found myself mid-career having to change directions, getting laid off from a job, having a wife and a baby at home, a car payment, mortgage, and not knowing exactly what was going to happen next. And opportunity, stepped forward and, said, this is the path that you're supposed to walk. And I started becoming a teacher. And 2 years later after that, opportunity stepped forth again and offered me this graphics program, and my own work towards trying to make it a better program led me to get my master's degree, and led me to start my own nonprofit group and to help other teachers do what I was doing in a better way. And the point of this TED Talk, the point of all TED Talks, is that there's always some sort of opportunity available to you if you just know where to look. And that's the kind of message that I'd like to share with your attendees if you'll grant me the possibility of doing that. So I thank you very much for your time, and I thank you for your consideration, and I do hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.